Let's touch on spirituality. In both Eastern and Western views, using different terms of course, our body is seen as the vessel of our spirit. The energy field between them is called soul. In very general terms, I explain it more in my book series, There Are No Mountains on the Way Back Home. After the body dies, quite some time later, our soul passes, fading as well into the matrix. Then our spirit continues beyond the matrix, free. The body changes constantly, and so does the soul. They influence each other in a psychosomatic interaction. Psyche, psychic in Greek, means soul. Soma in Greek means body. The body and the soul influence each other in a psychosomatic interaction. However, our spirit remains unaffected. For our discussion, it is never sick. It is a core of light that metaphorically glows from within us, like the vibrant energy found in Henri Matisse's paintings. When you were 10 years old, you had a different body than the body you have today, and a different soul. Nevertheless, you are incorrectly labeling two distinct entities, the current you and the child you were many incarnations ago in this life, with the same label of Jerry or Jennifer. If you think about it for a minute, you will realize that slogans like "get over it" or "let it go and move on" are entirely correct. You are moving on all the time, body and soul, or at least supposed to. You are meant to change all the time, as you are programmed to do here in the ever-changing matrix. Unlike the spirit, which never changes and has traveled here from beyond the matrix, unbound by it, your body and soul are a part of the matrix, made of matrix, and to the matrix they shall return once your game is over. They are constantly changing, just as the matrix changes and evolves continuously. But the same thoughts we call memories that you are still holding on to probably form a similar ripple effect each and every day of your life. Similar thought patterns continue to cripple your incarnating soul in the same way, one soul after the other during the same lifetime. You see, your soul, which has reincarnated and will continue to reincarnate many times throughout your lifetime, just as your body regenerates itself repeatedly until the end of your days, is held back by you from healing itself completely and from appearing new, healthy, and radiant in each reincarnation during your life, over and over and over again, like Venus emerging from the shell in Botticelli's famous painting. In other words, the psychological trauma remains. The wound is projected from one soul to the next, each soul you still identify as me, during your entire course of life. Many of my cancer patients who arrive at the "I have suffered enough" threshold, my cup is full, were ready at last to leave a past experience behind them, regardless of how earth-shattering it was. By making this new choice, they actually allowed the constantly crystallizing soul within them, which is the energy field between your eternal spirit and the mortal ever-changing body, to finally be a new soul, a new model, a new software that doesn't have the old features and doesn't insist on carrying a new wound in the current new soul in a similar shape of the old wound. They were willing to heal at last, to start a whole new soul at last, to start a whole new chapter at last. Unlike the rest of us,